Bruce, you must have something really good too.
Of course I do. It's Bruce Danielson, and I guess I'm here to entertain you too.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Planning Commission meeting. I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. And I have determined that we do have a quorum for tonight's business. A couple items to reiterate. If everyone could please silence their electronic devices, that would be great. Courtesy to everyone. And also, we look forward to hearing from all of you tonight that wish to be heard. When you do come forward, if you could please limit your comments to 5 minutes. And also, please focus any testimony on new material that has already not been presented to the commission. So with that, we'll go ahead and roll here with the consent agenda. Tamara.
Item 1, approval of minutes. Item 2A, petition REZ 016383 2022, rezoning from the RD1 Twin Home Duplex Residential Suburban District to the RT2 Townhome Residential Traditional District located at 1013 South Sherman Avenue. Item 2B, petition REZ 016396 2022, rezoning from the RD2 Townhome Residential Suburban District to the O Office District located south of West Bitterroot Street and east of South Trivoli Place. Item 2C, petition REZ 016399 2022, rezoning from the C4 Commercial Regional District to the I-1 Light Industrial District located north of West Benson Road and west of North Northview Avenue. Item 2D, petition REZ 016441 2022, rezoning from the AG Agricultural District to the RA3 Apartment Residential High Density and C3 Commercial Community Districts located south of West 41st Street and east of South Ellis Road. Item 2E, petition CU 016421 2022, conditional use permit for an on-sale alcoholic beverage establishment within 500 feet of a sensitive land use located at 201 South Bonson Avenue. Item 2F, petition CU 016490 2022, conditional use permit for an accessory dwelling unit not located in a rear yard located at 2709 East Old Orchard Trail. Item 2G, petition SUBP 016440 2022, preliminary subdivision plan for Ulrich Addition located south of West 41st Street and west of South Ellis Road.
Very good, thank you. At this time, planning staff, are there any items on the consent agenda that have been identified to upgrade to the regular agenda? Commissioners, are any of the items on the consent agenda items you'd like to see on the regular agenda? Seeing none, are there any members of the public here tonight that would like any of the items that were read on the consent agenda moved to our regular agenda for further discussion? Seeing none, I'll look for commission action on the consent agenda.
Mr. Chair, motion to approve the regular agenda. Paulson.
Second, Luetke.
Consent agenda, I'm sorry.
Second, Luetke.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
All opposed, same sign. Consent agenda has been approved. Look for commission action now to approve the regular agenda items.
Maybe I should make that motion again. Mr. Chair, motion to approve the regular agenda. Paulson.
Can second, Fisher.
Thank you, Commissioner Paulson and Ms. Fisher for that action. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
All opposed, same sign. Very good. We'll proceed with the first regular agenda item.
Item 5A, petition REZ 016436 2022, rezoning from the RS Single Family Residential Suburban District to the RD1 Twin Home Duplex Residential Suburban District located at 5001 East Madison Street.
Just one moment before you go. I neglected to state, if anyone was here for items 2A through 2G, you're free to go because those have been acted upon. Just wanted to clarify that. So, sorry, please proceed.
Good evening, Commissioners. Kristen Bennett from the City Planning Office. This rezoning is requested by John Nordley as the applicant on behalf of Messiah Hope Lutheran Church. The rezone request is to move from an RS single-family residential suburban to RD1 twin home duplex residential suburban. The site is located at 5001 East Madison Street. The purpose of this request is to allow Messiah New Hope Lutheran Church to sell the east 2.15 acres that will be developed into twin homes. The plan would be for 4 twin homes equaling 8 residential units. A neighborhood meeting was held for this application. Neighborhood concerns included stormwater drainage, as the existing drainage in the area has overflowed in past rain events. City engineers are aware of this issue. They will be requiring a DEP before any permits will be issued for this site, so that drainage and other aspects of the engineering will be addressed during this process. The project is located at the intersection of an arterial and a collector street, making twin homes a good transition from the single family to the south to the busier roadway at the north. Because this application is consistent with the Shape Sioux Falls Comprehensive Plan, Planning Commission staff recommends approval of this rezoning. Any questions for me?
Commissioners, any questions for staff on this item? None at this time. Thanks, Kristen. Is the applicant here this evening? Yes. Please step forward and state your name and address for the record and tell us a little bit about your project.
Hi, my name is John Nordley, and I am here in behalf of Messiah New Hope Lutheran Church. At 5001 East Madison. My address is 404. Okay.
That's good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Please tell us about the project.
Well, the project, we want to sell the land. We have, it's excess land for us. We have no use for the land. And it would be better if we could sell the land and use the money that we'd get for it to enhance our mission. And many of you know, Messiah New Hope Lutheran's mission is bread break. And we'd love to expand that program. We'd also like to make it, we also need to pay off our mortgage. So those are the things that we'd like to use the money for. Anyway.
Very good. Commissioners, any questions for Mr. Nordley on his update here? Very good. Thank you, sir. We may have you come back up if any questions come up during the testimony phase here. Are there any members of the public that would like to speak on item 5A? Seeing none, I'll look for commissioner action.
I'll make a motion to approve. Nisus.
Second, Luetke.
Got a motion and a second to approve item 5A. Commissioners, any further discussion?
Mr. Chair, I think that this makes perfect sense. We'd actually put an offer on this property for a client, and basically that's what they were looking at doing, is putting twin homes there. So I think it fits the area, and it'll be a great project.
Very good. Thank you, Commissioner.
Mr. Chair, I also agree this is a pretty good location for this. It's a pretty gentle transition between single-family residential and twin homes, similar scale, but probably utilizes that arterial and collector street intersection a little more effectively. And we always want to find highest and best use for properties, so that seems to really match with the overall concept of what the Planning Commission tries to encourage. So I'm in support.
Very good. Thank you, Commissioner. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor of item 5A, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
All opposed, same sign. Item 5A has been approved.
Item 5B, petition CU 016422-2022, conditional use permit for an on-sale alcoholic beverage establishment within 500 feet of a sensitive land use located at 301 South Bonson Avenue.
Good evening, Planning Commission. Adam Roach with Planning and Development Services. The applicant is Vantis Commercial. The owner is Babinski Properties. The purpose is to allow for alcohol and video lottery terminals at this site. The existing land use is a developed strip mall. There are sensitive land uses nearby. The residential land uses are located directly to the east of this site, and there's some multifamily to the south. The applicant did host a meeting with no attendees that were present. Public agencies reviewed the project and all of the information available and did not have any concerns or comments to add at this time. And the proposed video lottery terminals, supplemental to on-sale alcohol, meet the criteria intent of the comprehensive plan. Although the site is located along a collector and within a commercial corridor, there's an existing single-family home, as you see in the RD1 there, directly east of this site. Staff feel the applicant needs to provide some additional buffering along South Bonson and also along East 11th Street. And so staff are requesting to place 2 trees along South Bonson and along East 18th Street, or I'm sorry, East 11th Street to buffer the multifamily and that single-family use from the commercial use there. The required parking is available and located on site, and staff recommend approval on this project. And we do have the applicant here to address any questions that you may have.
Very good. Thank you, Adam. Commissioners, any questions for staff at this point?
Mr. Chair? Adam, are they going to be required to put in, since we're recommending trees on those 2 frontages, it looks like it's short of kind of island space for interior trees to the parking. Are they required to upgrade to that level, or is that not a requirement?
So that is a condition that you could put in there, but it's 1 parking island per 18 trees. I'm not sure exactly how this is all lined up. I'd have to take a deeper look at that to see if it constitutes a tree island, but we always love trees and tree islands, so.
Well, and it looks like it's more than 18 spaces when I look at it,
Yes.
so that's why I asked the question.
Yes, sir. It just depends on how they're lumped together, and I don't have a clear depiction of that right now, but
Okay,
I could let
thank
you
you.
know.
Very good. Thank you, Commissioner. Any other questions for staff?
Is the original structure going to be the final, or is it going to be,
The structure would be converted. Yep.
but is it going to be made larger?
No,
Or-
no additions.
So it's going to have this much parking space?
Yes, yep,
Thank you.
yes.
Any other questions? Very good. Thank you, Adam. Is the applicant here? Could you please come forward, state your name and address for the record, and give us a little insight to your project?
Good evening. Brent Antonin, 3124 West Auburn Hills Court in Sioux Falls.
Anything to add to the staff report on this item?
Pardon?
Anything additional to add?
No. As Adam mentioned, I had a neighborhood meeting last week. I sent 26 letters out, got 0 response to that. As far as the single-family house to the east, I actually knocked and talked to I don't know if it's the tenant or the owner, but whoever lives there. And he was in support of it as well. And he said, I think that sounds fine to me. So I don't think he's here tonight to back my story up, you might say, but yes, I did knock on that door as well, knowing that that was the sensitive use. He's correct in the fact that we have a lot of parking there. And also the structure will not be made any larger. It's just going to be an interior remodel.
Oh, very good. Commissioners, any questions for the applicant?
You're ready to go on the additional landscaping that staff has recommended?
Well, so what I heard was that you're going to potentially ask us to plant 2 trees. Is that right?
Well, I think it was 2
No,
trees
on
on
each.
Bonson and additional trees on the south along 11th,
Okay.
right?
So I believe that'd be
Yep.
Total of four
4
trees.
Okay. I am now aware.
And those, that condition's okay with you? No, no objection?
You know, sir, I'm the broker, not the buyer.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
we'll make it work.
Well, I think that last question that I had asked of staff is whether or not this would have to be brought into compliance with island trees, since this is such a large parking lot. And I think the answer we heard is if it's required, then yes, but that hasn't been calculated as yet. So there may be additional landscaping interior to the parking lot if it's deemed too large to be without trees in the middle.
Well, and I think the only thing that I'd ask to consider on that, what we're really gonna do with the building is, yes, we're gonna do a beer and wine because we're actually going to, believe it or not, go back to a pool hall. And there's going to be about 16 pool tables in there. We wanna be able to serve beer and wine to those patrons and provide video lottery for those that wanna do that. My thought, and part of the reason I like this property for that use, is the amount of parking spaces that are there. And by putting those islands in, all you're doing is taking away parking.
Yep, and that will only be if the city requires it. I don't know that we were gonna add a condition, at least I wasn't gonna propose that, but
Sure.
if the city requires it, then
And I
obviously
guess
that's to comply.
when
Yep.
we get to that point, if we need to, we'll address it.
Yep, very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good. Any other questions for the applicant? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
At this time, are there any members of the public that would like to come forward and speak on this item? Seeing none, I'll look for commissioner action.
Move for approval on item 5B.
Second, Luetke,
Is that
I've got
with the condition of additional?
with the condition.
Including the condition as outlined by staff.
Very good.
Second.
We have moved by Commissioner Irvin, second by Commissioner Luetke, including the condition recommended by staff. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of item 5B, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
All opposed, same sign. Item 5B is passed. Next item, we'll move on to public input on any non-agenda items. Is there anyone from the public that would like to address the commission on any non-agenda items? Seeing none, I will close the floor to public input on non-agenda items. Is there any new business? Seeing none, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Kiddums.
Second, Luetke.
We are adjourned then. And make it a great night, Sioux Falls.